Today, it's sunrise. Well, it's sunrise every day. You just don't always see it. And we had a great sunrise yesterday. Today, I'm told, is even better. Yesterday, like a fool, I drove in the wrong direction and didn't take into account where the sun was rising. It was rising over the land in the direction I was travelling. So, like a prat, I didn't get anything terribly useful. Today, I've come in the right direction, and luckily, we've had an amazing sunrise. Not so luckily, my Osmo Pocket appears not to be working. It will not turn on. I do not know what is wrong with it, so I'm on the phone. Yeah, not the next best thing, but I have it to hand. Anyway, you can see it's sunrise. This is the coast, and that is Haysborough Lighthouse over there. And that sun, as you can see from the colour on my face, is absolutely glorious. And we've had some astonishing light up until this point. And if I turn this way, you can't quite see it, but out to sea there, that cloud bank was very kind of defined a bit kind of mackerel-y like this is up here earlier. And it was picking up the early morning rays of the sun so gorgeously, and I got a number of shots. There's a couple of YouTube shorts out there of this as well, and you go and look at the shorts if you want to see the shots, which basically feature this pillbox here. You see my camera work is really poor with the phone. I find it very difficult to hold this because I do not have a holder for it. It is my hand. Anyway, the point of today's video, or the subject of it, and yeah, the take home, if you want, is, well, you've got to get up and you've got to get out if you want to get some great imagery, because you won't get it sitting indoors, you won't get it laying in bed, and the best light, without a shadow of a doubt, the best light is at sunrise. It's not at sunset, it's at sunrise. And to get amazing images, you've got to get out early. Now, I've had the camera set up in this position here for quite some time, and I'm just really waiting for the light and well, capturing the light as it changes, really. Oh no, I need to adjust this. Now there you go. Let's do another one there at a stop overexposed. Now, when we got such direct light like this, and it's not harsh yet because the sun's still really rather low. Look at my hand getting in front of the camera there and shading everything, giving you a lovely vignette. This is how horrible I find using the phone without a holder. I've got a holder, but it's in the car, and the car is beyond the red and white thing. The light's changing all the time. I see absolutely no point whatsoever in moving my camera from where I am, because I can get different shots depending where the light's hitting things. It's lovely and golden at the minute. The sky is just so gorgeous. I know this location well, and I know that if I come on this side of the pillbox over here, then I can get a good image. And at the minute, am I zoomed in or out? I'm zoomed out at the minute, so I'm getting the entire kind of coastline. I'm getting the red and white thing. I'm getting the pillbox here, which you can see has got my shadow cast on it, lovely. And I'm getting also the church in the distance. Not only that, I'm getting the cliff line running off down here. So it's quite a scene. And the other thing that kind of ties it together is this path. And every now and again, I've got people walking down the path, not often, surprisingly not as often as I've had on other far less beautiful mornings. I was stood here, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it was a real peace super. And yeah, there were people walking backwards and forwards down the path, so it was a summer's day. It was quite astonishing. This path starts to tie things together, and it runs around the cliff line as well. So it's not just a straight path, it curves and meanders a little bit. So one of the big problems I've got with a situation like this is my shadow. You can see it's really long and pronounced, and if I'm in the wrong place, it gets cast on the toolbox there. So it's something that you need to be mindful of at sunrise, particularly, well, I mean, sunrise most of the times of the year, but as it gets into winter, the sun stays low anyway, so your shadows remain long. Always be very mindful of this. I captured a lady walking down here a moment ago, and in order to do that and to avoid my shadow, because it might be up to the camera here, you can see that my shadow really sticks out over there. Can't see my hand, but it sticks out over there, and that was a problem. So I set the timer very quickly to basically do some burst shooting of 10 images as she walked over, and I walked over here to minimise my shadow. I suspect it's still there, but I guess that at this stage anyway, I'm thinking that the shadow is probably not easily definable because so much of it are going to be lost in the foreground. Just look at that line. It's astonishing. I would not have got this if I hadn't have pushed myself to get out of bed and get out. I mean, getting out of bed for me these days is that hard because I tend to wake up at about 3 in the morning, and that's just the way things are at the moment. But even so, I still sit there and death scroll on the phone, or play a game, or watch a YouTube video. I don't watch my own, but yeah, if you're feeling sleepy and you're getting out of bed, try my videos. They probably work. One of the problems staying in the same location is you're getting the same shots. The light might change, the sky might change, but you're getting the same composition, or very similar composition. It's path, pillbox, lighthouse, church, cliffs. There's nothing wrong with that, but if I keep showing you the same shots, you're going to get bored. And I'm also likely to get bored taking them, though, that's what happens, isn't it? So because I know the area quite well, I have the opportunity of simply saying, well, I'm kind of done with this. I know what's likely to happen with the light. I know what's likely to happen with the scene. And, well, there's not a lot else that I can do from this particular position. Now, I could walk further up the hill towards the sun and shoot the same thing as I've done before. And obviously everything just gets that little bit smaller. You get a wider vista of the shot. Might not be a bad move, because you'd see the cloud base over there is beginning to darken up a bit, and we're getting some gorgeous contrast with the lighting on the lighthouse. This isn't working terribly well for me. I'm sorry about the filming, but yeah. The lighting on the lighthouse against the astonishing cloud formations behind gets some lovely contrast. It's slightly better over there, and it is coming off the land towards the sea. So that cloud bank there is being pushed this way. So if I stay here, I might get some nice shots, but again, they're going to be the same composition. So I'm trying to talk myself into just moving so I'm a bit more in front of the lighthouse. You can see possibly there's another pillbox up in front of the lighthouse as well. I'm kind of pointing at it over there. I don't know whether you can see it. And that's picking up some lovely light as well. I think maybe I'll go over there. And the other thing you may be able to see is that this field appears to be a very late rapeseed field, so we're getting yellows in there as well. Might work. So I've come much closer to the lighthouse. Can't get right on top of it. There's field in front of it. but that field has given me a nice kind of foreground. It's one of those shots that may work, it may not work. It's the back of the camera, yeah, it could do, but I don't know. But the point here is what I have is I'm looking down into this rape here and using some of the rape as foreground on the shot because I'm just so close to it, and you can probably see it's breezy. You may be able to hear it's breezy. If you can, I'm sorry. Because I'm so close to it, I'm stopped down to I think it's F11, and I'm having to stack this. So I'm focusing very close to the. You can see I'm focusing very close to this one there, and then a little bit into the midground, and then the background. Because of the wind, I've pushed this up to, where is it? ISO 640, so I get a fast enough shutter speed so I do not capture the wind moving this crop around. Also, because I'm low, I've got a very thin, you see here, separation between the foreground detail and the subject in the distance. Obviously, as we come up, you can see happening here, that distance becomes greater. So way down here, it's just a relatively thin sliver.
I carried on talking for a bit here, but the microphone picked absolutely nothing up. In technical terms, this morning's shoot really didn't go very well.
So you can see behind me now that the sun has started to go behind this cloud bank that has been building and moving and merging around the such, and the light has changed dramatically. If I turn around here, you can see how different that is. That was really glowing literally just a few moments ago, and now it's not bad, but it's not what it was. The light before was wonderful, and it is all about the light and not pressing that snooze button. I'm going to offer one of these images from this video, not sure which one yet, as a time limited print. Seems that everyone's doing this these days, so heck, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon. That's what they're there for. If you're interested in one of these time limited prints, they will be available only until the end of December. They would make a great Christmas present for someone. If you're wanting one, there's a link down below to my website, and you can go and check it out there. Of course, there are other ways of supporting me and the channel. If you would like to do that, there's some links down below. There's a buy me a coffee link, there's a thanks link, and heck, if you've got no money, like most of us don't have these days, don't worry about that. Please just support me by clicking the like button. It will help so much. And if you're not subscribed, hey, consider subscribing. Look, my phone's been blown everywhere by this wind. It's not the greatest video I've ever produced. I do apologise, but thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the photos, and as I say, if you want to print, check out my website address down below.
Before you go, I thought I'd show you a couple of other images that you've probably not seen from this location. Again, they prove that just sitting down at home watching TV, not getting out of bed, whatever it is, just shows that you won't get the image unless you actually get out there. Yes, this is the Aurora Borealis. We've seen it a few times over Norfolk in recent months, and these shots were shot rather late at night. And here's the image that I'm offering as a print. Head off to my website if you would like a copy. Remember, it's time limited till the end of December 2023.